became involved with film and video in the late 1960s. It was a time when some of us who were painters and sculptors became enthusiastic about new kinds of technology. But in my case, I found that when I could put together a good technical team, my ideas could expand and really take off.
And I think those were the more emotional times, because we had spent so much time and energy, and you'd watch the heart monitor, and then it would start beeping, and then all of a sudden it would go flat. And you had time to think about it after that. You had time to grieve a little bit among your staff. During Mass Cal, there was no time to grieve. I would deal with somebody, he'd talk about his mother, he'd die, and then I have to go on to the next guy and save his life. It's not an emotional decision. Triage is a technical decision. And what we did with our emotions, we just put it away. We didn't have any emotions. We just put the walls up.
What was life like 500 years ago when the Florentines stepped out of the Middle Ages? When man decided life was more than a preparation for what happens after you die? Clues are everywhere in Florence.
It was an age when art and science merged. It wasn't an anti-Christian movement, but now art no longer needed to embellish the house of God. Finally, art could be enjoyed for its own sake.
But why do you think Tico insulted me like that?
He wasn't insulting you, he was protecting you.
Does he think I have something?
No, he was just being smart. He's showing you that he cares about you. Don't you know a good thing when it happens? Look, we'll go to the clinic with you.
I am never gonna do it again.
Right. Just because he didn't use a rubber the first time doesn't mean he won't use one the next time.
But just as important as what we do is who we are. At Nichols Brothers, our skilled managers and craftsmen are committed to meeting our customers' needs. That's why every project begins with a thorough understanding of those needs.
Itinerant musicians, known in Yiddish as klezmer, traveled from village to village performing. It's a tradition the Mazel tones keep alive with performances for school children.
The clarinet has all kinds of fun noises in klezmer music. The clarinet tries to mimic the human voice in klezmer music. For instance, the clarinet, as opposed to hitting a note right on, like all your music teachers want you to, slides up into that note.
In downtown Seattle, you'll discover a colorful mixture of old and new. A booming center of business, culture, and entertainment, it also offers glimpses of the city's vintage past.
We could use a little fun. Come on.
Look, I don't want to go to a movie. I mean, no, I'm not in the mood for a movie now.
Well, I want to go to a movie. I'm going to call someone else to go with me because I really want to go to...
You're going to call somebody else. You're going to call somebody else like Dave, right?
No, I wouldn't do that, but I'm going.
Oh, come on, just stay. We'll just sit
I'm going.
Here. No, just sit down.
Let go of me.
I'm not going to let go of you.
I'm leaving.
Well, screw you.
Chelsea is probably the most misunderstood hotel maybe in the world. Foreigners read about the music groups and the wildness of the kind of clientele that we have here.
What emotional need do you have left to cling to?
Useful, valid, true.
What difference does it make? True.
Your death will go unnoticed. Useful, valid, true.